Welcome everyone. This is Lady G at Great Basin Alchemy. Pardon me, I was thinking about something. And this is a follow-up video to the new moon video. And we're going to be talking about the theme of truth, discernment, and abundance as it is going to affect you according to your sun sign. That is the sign, the astrological sign that the sun was in the moment that you were born. So if you don't know what that sign is, there are plenty of websites that you can go to that you can look up what your sun sign is. I will put a link in the description box below where you can go for free and see your entire natal chart, which is where all the planets were at the moment of your birth, because the next 3 layouts that we're going to do, you're going to need that information. So with that in mind, with that being said, let's start by creating a sacred space again, because we want to get the information that is going to elevate us to our highest and greatest potential for our greatest happiness. So we'll do a quick opening protocol here. So we invite you to connect with your own healing source, your own spiritual power, your own wisdom, inner wisdom, and discernment. We invite your body, David, to do the same, your teams to do the same and model that energy to you, as well as your guides, and to connect up and harmonize with one another to create a coherent energetic field. And we invite the sacred masculine to create a safe and sacred space using the appropriate mandalas and sacred geometric shapes. And we invite the sacred feminine to fill the space with unconditional love, compassion, wisdom, clarity, and any other intentions that you wish to include at this point. And we ask any other beings of love and light who wish to participate in this sacred session to join us at this time. So we've set the intention that we want to understand what is going to be for our greatest happiness and for our highest potential for this moon cycle. So this moon cycle in Sagittarius, we're talking about travel, we were talking about the holidays, we were talking about truth, we were talking about duality, honestly, in its various forms. And so we're going to focus on this obstacle of openness and truth during this time, and what each of us needs according to our sun sign, where the sun was at the moment of birth. Now, keep in mind, again, this is not a personal reading, so this is going to be a reading for the collective of people who are watching this who are born under that sun sign. And that's why we're going to do 3 different layouts and get a little bit more specific. But because we are going to be doing 3 different layouts, I'm not going to go as in-depth as I would on a personal reading, because I think each of these 3 readings is going to give some very unique and interesting information. So with that, we're going to start with Aries. The sun was in Aries. What is it that the Aries people need to know for this moon cycle in Sagittarius 2019? Okay. So, Angel of Focus. I am focused and stay on track until a matter or situation is settled or complete. I accomplish what I set out to do. I pay attention and listen carefully. I am attentive to my own needs and the needs of others. Okay, so what I'm hearing is, Aries, you sometimes can get really caught up in your own agenda, for lack of a better term. It's very easy to get all fired up around the things that you want to do, and which is good because you get a lot done. And you're very good at persuading other people to join you in your passionate endeavors. And you get a lot accomplished that way. And it's fantastic because you have that energetic fire behind you and getting that done. However, you also need to take into consideration the needs of others. You can sometimes be so passionate about what it is that you want to do and where you want to go and what you want to achieve that you don't even realize that you're stepping on other people in the process. And that can hinder you in the long run. So focus on the needs of others. And here we're looking at black obsidian. Feeling scattered. Are you unable to focus on what's important? Look at all that is going on around you. Prioritize your intentions, which we just did during the new moon video. We set our intentions. Focus on one thing at a time. Ground yourself so that you can accomplish your goals. Okay, so black obsidian is really a great grounding stone. And it helps disperse a lot of that frenetic energy that can be going on. And that's kind of what I'm seeing, is that you're experiencing this kind of like the cloud to cloud lightning experience, where it's just like all over the place in your brain and in your body. And so slowing down, grounding, focusing inward a little bit more and not so much outward as to what other people are doing is going to assist in this. And pay a little bit more attention to the people around you and how what you're doing and the things that you're saying is affecting them negatively or positively, and make adjustments accordingly. Okay, so Taurus is next. If the sun was in Taurus, so this means if your birthday was around the 20th of April through the 20th of May, debatable dates. Some people, it's the 18th or 19th through the 21st is cusp, but somewhere around there, your chart will show you Taurus. What is it that Taurus needs to know? Okay, here we go. Prosperity, angel of prosperity. I am blessed with abundance. I am successful in all of my business pursuits. My actions come from a loving place and have beneficial results for myself and others. I am fortunate and I appreciate and enjoy my prosperity. Well, this is very typical for Taurus. Being an earth sign, you really do tend to focus on this. So anyway, so just come back to what you know. That's really what this is. Come back to what you know, and look at that emerald. I think that's your birthstone too, if I'm not correct, if I am not mistaken. Are you embarking on a new venture? Do you wish to increase your financial security? Trust that you have the ability to be successful and prosperous. Activate your inner entrepreneur, believe in yourself, and you will reach your goals. So yes, this is about just coming home to who you are, to what you know, what is just easy and intuitive for you. Just focus on that. Just come back home. Maybe some of you have gone out and tried different things, or you've been interested in learning different things in different modalities or different ways of doing things, which is great. That's fantastic. Everybody can benefit from that. But if you're feeling off balance and you're having trouble finding and discerning truth and bringing abundance and wisdom and truth and discernment into your life, come back to what you know. You know how to do this for yourself. It's intuitive to who you are based on your sun sign. Yeah, that was easy. Okay. Gemini. Let's see what Gemini needs at this point in time for this moon cycle and Sagittarius. Okay, here we go. Angel of inner peace and grounding. Okay, so coming back to something here, which is interesting, the air sign and the fire sign. Okay, so air feeds fire. So our thoughts are riling us up. I am calm and peaceful, all is well, and life is good. My roots absorb goodness from the all-giving earth, from Taurus, which fills me up and brings me serenity. I am love, and all that surrounds me is love. Okay, so let's focus on this. I love how these are all interconnected. Not only that are they all interconnected, but we all have all of these signs in our chart, which is, we're going to get into a little bit more depth later on. But this is what's really being illuminated for us right now, with the sun highlighting this at this time for us, the main focus, the main theme for each of you, according to your sun sign. So being calm and peaceful, cultivating a calm and peaceful space for yourself in your mind. This is going to be vitally important for you. And hematite is really helpful for you. I remember going to a crystal store in Mount Shasta, and there was a seat that was made out of hematite for grounding purposes, and it was fantastic. I don't know that you need to have a seat of hematite, but if that's what you want to create for yourself, go for it. It just reminded me of a really great way of grounding. But so is sitting on the planet, sitting on the earth. Is your mind on overdrive? Are you feeling physically hyperactive? Have you been sleeping well? It's important to be grounded. Imagine roots growing through the soles of your feet into the earth, and allow disquieting thoughts and excess energy to drain away. So again, finding a grounding stone, either black obsidian or hematite. And if you happen to have any Taurus friends, spend some time with them. Observe what they do, observe their attitudes, observe their word patterns, and how they are moving through life at this time, because I think your Taurus friends are going to be able to give you some insight as to how to achieve this. And I think that's probably going to be true for all of the sun signs in this reading. Oh my goodness, the energy is really moving through here. Okay. So your cloud to cloud lightning is happening too, same as with Aries, and has to do with your thoughts. So your thoughts are really fueling your inner distress, because you're having trouble discerning what truth is. And truth is accessible to you through your inner wisdom, your inner abundance, and your inner discernment. But you have to quiet your thoughts in order to access that. And that's what the grounding is all about. Okay, Cancer. Water sign, here we go. Angel of inner strength. It is safe for me to be lovingly powerful. What a clever, clever choice for Cancer, as you are just one of the really sweethearts of the zodiac. I am magnificent in every way. I have the strength to do anything I set out to do with loving intention. I am grateful for the courage to be all I can be. Now, yes, so it's easy. So what I'm hearing is it's easy for you to become emotional. So these people are becoming, are really having issues with their thoughts, and yours is around your emotions. So it's easy for you to get caught up in the drama of what's going on right now. And that drama is going to interfere with your ability. I don't know if we can see this. Let's scoot this down a little bit more here. This drama is going to interfere with your ability to discern what truth is. And so focus on the higher emotions, on unconditional love, and power with integrity. And when you combine these two, which is going to be your third and your fourth chakras, you're going to be able to come into balance better. And especially if you are a male Cancerian, it's challenging for you in this current climate to be a more emotionally focused person. So having the courage to be that in this climate is really important. It's really important for this planet to see emotionally wise men and emotionally balanced men, where you're comfortable exhibiting more emotions than just anger. So let's see what the other side. Rhodochrosite. Okay. Do you realize that you are magnificent? Believe in your magnificence and embrace your power. Know that you are strong enough to set boundaries with others and assert yourself in a loving manner. Okay, we're going to talk about boundaries here. Allow yourself to be who you truly are, a loving and magnificent being. Now, being a water sign, it's easy for you to flow and to lose yourself, especially if you're dealing with stronger, I don't want to say temperaments, but qualities such as an Aries quality, or sometimes even the Gemini quality can really throw you off balance. So holding on to your boundaries, because you're a water sign and it's easy for you to flow in and out and do what maybe some of these other people are really passionate about and trying to convince you to do. It's going to be important for you to bring in a more masculine energy to hold these boundaries for your water, for those emotions, to protect yourself a little bit so that you stay in tune with who you are as a loving and magnificent being. Now, in the reading that we had for the new moon, the sacred masculine card was trust your feelings. And so use those higher emotions to not only guide you through this time, but also to tell you when your boundaries have been crossed, because that's where your power is going to be, so that you can provide a place of protection, so that you can continue being with courage, being the loving and magnificent being that you are. Okay, now for Leo. So it'll be interesting to see how these themes play out through the different octaves as we go here. Okay, Leo, here we go. Telepathy, angel of telepathy. When I speak, people listen and understand what I am expressing. I communicate from my heart to the hearts of others. I easily visualize and send mental pictures of my ideas, visions, opinions, and other matters of importance as I speak. So this is interesting. It looks like Leos have an opportunity here to also be a leader through this time of uncertainty of what truth is, and discerning the path. I'm seeing that the lion's roar really is acting kind of like a sword of cutting through to the truth, cutting through all the illusions to the truth. Now, similar to the Taurus, just by being who you are and coming into your space that you automatically know how to do, the Leo is going to be able to cut through some of this bullshit. And you may not like what they have to say, and so this is going to be important for the Leo to communicate from the heart to the hearts of others. And depending on where some of these other signs are in your chart, you might be affected by Aries and Gemini being a little bit scattered and getting your emotions riled up. so that you forget to come into your heart. Because you know how to come into your heart as a Leo, because that's how you do your performances. You connect with other people around you through your heart. You know how to do this, just like Taurus knows how to do this. So come back to what you know. Come back to that. Don't allow yourself to get pulled off by these things, and come into your heart space. Oh, here we go with quartz. Okay. Do people listen when you speak? Do you feel like you are not being heard? Know exactly what you wish to communicate. Use telepathy to convey your message through visualization and the imagination. Send mental pictures as you speak, heart to heart and mind to mind. Okay, so this means that you're going to have to be in a coherent space yourself when you communicate with other people, because there's so much other stuff going on that it's going to be really easy for you to be misunderstood and people can't hear you. So you're going to have to be in coherence and hear yourself. Honor yourself first before you say anything, so that other people can hear what you have to say. And then again, just come in to your heart space and let that guide. Let the mind be the subject to the heart. Let the heart guide you. Okay, Virgo. What does Virgo need at this time? What does Virgo need to know for... Here we go. Okay, Virgo. Angel of Charity. I see my life situation clearly and from a greater perspective. I am focused in all that I do, and I am lovingly conscious in every action I take. I proceed with a greater understanding of what is required from me. So Virgos are really good with details. Both sides. I mean, flip side to that is you can become obsessed with the details. But you can provide details to other people that might need them. So paying attention to those details is going to be important for you. In order for you to find balance and for you to find truth and discern truth for you. Pay attention to those, but also don't get lost in those details. Step back, see the bigger picture, and those details will fall into place and fill out the picture for you. So again, we have quartz. Are you trying to gain clarity? Do things seem hazy and dark right now? Is your path unclear or uncertain? Go within to see the positive in all circumstances. Focus on the matter at hand. Maintain loving thoughts surrounding your current life situation. So it can be really easy when you're focusing on details to be critical, to be overly critical, and lose sight of the positive details or details that could lead to a more positive outcome. So you might need to focus on that aspect of things, because it will help some of these other signs as well. In their quest for truth. Your attention to detail in focusing the energy towards the positive will be beneficial to other signs. Okay, Libra. Okay, Libra. Here we go. Okay, Angel of Divine Timing. Favorable opportunities present themselves to me in many ways. I recognize these opportunities and follow through on their promise. I always seem to be in the right place at the right time, and I enjoy the benefits of divine timing. Okay, so what I'm feeling again is you're similar to Taurus here in your groundedness, in that you are more able to stay in balance than some of the other signs, just because that's the sign that you are in. And you know how to choose these opportunities for divine timing. You know how to wait, and you know when to act. So you're going to be another leader. I think you're the sign to follow for other air signs. This would be good for Gemini to tap into your efforts too. You're going to be the leader for the air signs. So blue lace agate. Do you feel like you keep missing opportunities? Do you wish to recognize opportunities when they knock? Have faith that divine timing is at play in your life. Believe that you are always in the right place at the right time with the right people. Okay. Now we can do a few protocols around these things too, and I might just do that really quickly here when we're finished. So yeah, I'm feeling like you have this in the bag, similar to Taurus and a little bit of Leo. So these might be the leaders for this this moon cycle for your different signs, that others can tap into your wisdom and your example during this time. Okay, Scorpio. So we've just moved out of Scorpio. Let's see what you need at this time. Okay, truth and honesty. Now here we go. Okay, so Mercury just finished going retrograde and digging up all kinds of stuff, hidden stuff around truth and honesty. And we're still in the post-retrograde shadow, so it's not finished at this point. And so the effects of it, that's what this is about. The effects of this last Mercury retrograde are still in play here, and which might be why this is being, Gemini is having a little bit of trouble here, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury. And so we're going to need to focus again on truth and honesty. That may have changed, that may have transformed. What we believed to be true may no longer be true because of what has come up during Mercury retrograde. And so this might be throwing you in a tailspin a little bit. Same for Aries and Gemini. And potentially Virgo, if you focus on the details and get swallowed up on the details of what's come up, you might struggle to find the positive on this. So let's see, Scorpio. I live my truth and honestly communicate what is on my mind with ease. I effortlessly find the words to express my truth and speak eloquently and lovingly. I surround myself with people who are not afraid to honestly express themselves. Now, I know a lot of people find honesty to be painful, and they feel that it's a personal attack. Whereas I find honesty to be one of the most loving things a person could possibly do to me and for me, is being honest. So, because that helps me stay in integrity, and it helps me stay in a coherent space so that I can create, I can discern, and I can perceive with clarity. So honesty is going to be really important. And look at that gorgeous stone. Are you holding something back you need to say? The truth about a certain matter needs to be spoken. Honesty is important at this time. Have the courage to speak up with grace. Loving words have the power to heal or improve a situation. So it looks like then, again, for the emotional water signs, this might be the leader. This might be really the crux of everything right now is Scorpio, because of this Mercury retrograde, just digging up, just dredging up all this stuff. And it's not over. Like I said, we've still got a couple more weeks of Mercury post retrograde shadow, of reweaving this picture now that everything's been torn apart with what got pulled up. So Scorpio is the only sign at the moment that has the potential to transform. If I remember correctly, I think the ruling planet for Scorpio is Pluto. Is that correct? Yes. So we're in a huge time of transformation. transforming what truth is and what truth means, and that has flip sides. It's duality. We're in the third dimension, so we're dealing with duality as to what that means. So pay attention to that. And right now, Scorpio is really the core of what all of this is all about. Speaking truth and what needs to be spoken, and being honest in everything that you do, because right now everybody's going to be suspicious of everything and everyone, because some people are really struggling to understand who they can trust and what they can trust, because they're just being thrown into this wild loop. And it looks like especially these two signs are really getting thrown off as to what is true, what is real, what is not real, what's illusion, and what they thought before was true isn't, and they don't know what to think, they don't know who they are, they don't know what to do, or what their next step is. And so coming into your core self, again, coming into your divine line and finding that space, that quiet space to tap into your inner wisdom, is going to be that guiding light for you, of trusting your emotions, that we saw here. Trust your emotions, that your higher emotions, that they're telling you something that you can perceive and discern with what you need to do, and what truth is. Okay, so Scorpio, you're leading us this time, and Sagittarius, so this is the home sign that we're in. Let's see what we have here. Okay, Angel of Change. Okay, so like I said, everything is changing, and this is, cognitive dissonance is when you receive a piece of information that destroys the story, the structure in your mind around how life is, or how this situation is, or how this person is, or how things work. When you receive a piece of information that doesn't fit in that story, all of a sudden you're thrown into what psychologists call cognitive dissonance. And that means, essentially it means you have to destroy that structure and recreate a new structure in order to include this new piece of information. And that's what this transformation is all about. And that can be really difficult for a lot of people. It's really difficult for the cardinal signs, the signs that really are they're not malleable, they don't flow, they're really the structure signs, such as Leo, and let's see, Leo, it would be Capricorn, and I'm not remembering what the other signs are, but those who really have that cardinal the fixed sign, that's what it is. The fixed signs are going to really struggle the most with this transformation and cognitive dissonance. So if you are experiencing this as Sagittarius, embrace the changes occurring in your life. I embrace the changes occurring in my life. I recognize that all changes bring better life situations. Now that can be a hard statement to swallow. So what I would recommend for you in writing your intentions for this moon cycle is to include that as your intention, that whatever changes come to me, I can trust that they are bringing better life situations to me. So if you set that intention, then you can bring those positive life changes to you. Because it can be a really difficult pill to swallow, that all change brings you something better. Those of us who might be a little bit older, who have lived a little bit longer, not only in this lifetime, but in other lifetimes as well, can stomach that a little bit easier, but it isn't always easy to stomach, and I'm not going to pretend that it is. So make that part of your intentions for this moon cycle. I am grateful that the energy flowing through me is in balance. Make that part of your intention as well. I have a strong physical structure and all parts of my body feel good. Okay, so Sagittarius, this, the previous reading that we did for the new moon, there was an affirmation card of I love my body. That was for you, Sagittarius. So focus on the message that I had for you regarding the body affirmations and focus on health. My body is healthy. Do movement, which is what Mama Gaia was talking about. Move to help your body work through these changes and shifts and helps your body to get back into balance. That's what this is about. Okay, orange calcite. Gosh, that's gorgeous. Are you experiencing major changes that are challenging your emotional state? So again, tap into here, what I said here for Cancer regarding your emotions. Trust in the process of change and honor your feelings. Okay, so now we're talking about the sacred masculine card that we did on the new moon reading. Trust your feelings. Use your higher emotions to guide you through this, just like I said with Cancer. If you have Cancer friends, maybe you can work together on supporting one another through this moon cycle. Take the time to balance energy. Pay particular attention to the health of your nerves, bones, and muscles. Get massages. That's the bottom line. Massage will do that. It also activates the parasympathetic response in your body, which supports digestion, supports healing, supports relaxation, and is great for your nerves. And something else that would really support that is a good vitamin B complex. Okay, Sagittarius. So now on to Capricorn. Capricorn, what do we need for this moon cycle? Sagittarius, 2019. What do we need for Capricorn? Oh, Capricorn's having trouble deciding. Here we go. Okay. Oh, Angel of Boundaries. Okay. I have the courage to set boundaries with love and grace, and I am thereby protected from negative energy. I am connected with powerful ancient wisdom that keeps me safe and provides me with the know-how to make positive changes. So I'm feeling a connection here with Cancer again and with Virgo. And possibly even Leo. Like you might be affected by what Leo has to say and maybe what Scorpio has to say that you feel is affecting your boundaries. So knowing how to set your boundaries in a healthy, co-creative way, in an assertive way, excuse me, and not an aggressive way is going to be important to you. But if you have not been setting boundaries at all, just start, even if it's aggressive, because you have to start somewhere. And just like any skill, you will hone your skill and you will learn nuance as you go. You're getting caught up in the details and you're not hearing. Oh, you're not hearing everything. So you feel like these changes that these changes that are throwing you into cognitive dissonance is you're shutting down and you're not hearing everything that's being said. You're focusing on some small details here, like in Virgo, and you're obsessing over it. And it's causing you to violate your own boundaries. Nobody else is violating your boundaries. You are violating your boundaries. So pay attention to how your inner thoughts and your inner voice is talking to you, because that's what's creating this stress and this issue for you. It's not coming from anybody else, even if they are speaking truth and are shaking up your inner world a little bit. It's your thoughts around it that's causing issues for you. So amber is a great grounding tool. It's also an ancient stone of life that was here a long time ago. Are you allowing someone or something to drain your energy? Establish boundaries, surround yourself in a protective shield to deflect negative energy. Tap into the ancient wisdom. This is it. Tap into the ancient wisdom within to transform your life. Okay, so here we have transformation again. Now, what I'm also getting is that this is a precursor to what's going to be happening in Capricorn in January with Chiron, Pluto, and Saturn all in Capricorn in January. It's going to be a really transformative month. So Capricorn, you're getting a little bit of it now. It's going to be really important for you to learn some coping strategies through for this, I would say, next 5 months. This is really going to impact you in a pretty significant way. So you're going to have to be more gentle with yourself. You're going to have to give yourself more room to process. You're going to have to potentially withdraw from some people, some activities, from events and processes in order to support yourself through this time of transformation, because it's coming and it's going to be pretty deep. And I've been through that process. I know what that's like. So I'm not just spewing bullshit here. I'm telling you from personal experience. There might be times where you even lose the ability to speak because you're in such a primal state of transformation where your foundations are just completely knocked out from under you. You don't even know who you are. So you're going to have to really, really protect yourself in that way while you go through this transformation, and trust that you will come out the other side. I did. It took approximately, I would say, 8 weeks before I really could start communicating with words about what was going on, but I couldn't really explain it very well even then. I was just in this constant state of inner fluctuation and destruction, the sacred feminine work of destruction, in order to create this new life that I wanted. I was doing those intentions. And remember, if you watched the new moon video that I did, we were talking about changing paths and being in that darkness of the sacred feminine. The dark moon is in that space of potentials where you're on this path, but you're at a crossroads, and the Hecate card came up for the sacred feminine, representing this, where you can see down the paths and you see all the branches and the different options and where they're all going, and you're on one path, but now you can see what your different options are, and maybe you want what's over here, but that's going to require that you completely change a path to a different path, a different train track, a different journey than the one that you were on. And so if that's you, and it looks like this is Capricorn, or as we're going to talk about later, wherever Capricorn is in your chart, this is what's coming up for you. It's going to be destroying that part of that foundation all the way down to the foundations, all the way down. It's going to be destroyed in order for you to make the changes and the transformation and the shifts that you have intended, that you are wanting to bring into your life. So creating that safe space for you is going to be vitally important. There are going to be days when all you can do is breathe. You're just going to be breathing through the pain, breathing through the discomfort, breathing through the sorrow, and it's just your existence was going to be one breath at a time. And let me give you a time frame so that you don't feel like it's going to be never ending. It's not never ending. If any of you are parents and you've had some challenging children as babies, think of this as those first 3 months after the baby is born. That's what we're dealing with here. Okay, the 3 months are really going to be tough. You're starting to see it unravel right now through this Mercury retrograde. And it's really going to intensify in January in your home sign. So, so 3 months is really going to be rough. I would say right around March, I'm seeing that you're going to start really coming out of this, and the tension's going to ease off of you. So just hang in there. You're going to come out the other side okay. You're going to come out better off, but this is going to be a huge adjustment for you, huge. And you'll be grateful. You'll be able to look back later and see, oh yeah, that was rough. That was rough, but I can see why it was necessary now in order for me to be where I am now. So hang in there, Capricorn. You can do this. Just start preparing now. And any friends, any other people who are not Capricorns, if you have a Capricorn friend, I would like to encourage you to make a commitment to support this friend, to know that this is what's going on in your friend's life. And if you can, you know, hopefully you're friends with people who you can healthily support. If you can't healthily support them, then maybe rethink that friendship. But just recognize that those people in your life who are Capricorns are going to be going through something really, really rough, and to cut them some slack and to be a support for them. Also, you're going to want to pay attention to what house Capricorn is for you, because you are also going to be going through transformation in that house coming up. Okay, so Aquarius, let's see. What does Aquarius need to know? Here we go. Okay. Angel of Entrepreneurship. Okay. So it looks like you're going to have opportunities to expand your business, which is great for your air sign. Excuse me. I am prosperous and abundant in all my endeavors. I have limitless potential and I fulfill my highest purpose. I naturally attract whatever I need to be joyously successful. Okay. I earn unlimited income and doing what I love. Okay, so it looks like you are representing the abundance. So we're talking about truth and honesty, which is being represented by Scorpio, and you are representing the abundance through this octave of Libra with divine timing. So connect with that, with your Libra in your chart for divine timing, and look to Scorpio, where Scorpio is in your chart, for where truth is, so that you can discern what's going on through this moon cycle. Pyrite, are you worried about money? Are you willing to accept prosperity into your life? You can earn unlimited income doing what you love to do. Use your skills, follow your dreams, have confidence, believe in yourself and your ability to be successful. Okay, so Gemini, come look at these other two air signs for inspiration, and check these other signs in your chart as well for inspiration. Also, Aries, focus on Aquarius, where Aquarius is in your chart, for some wisdom here, along with the opportunity and clarity here with Libra and Virgo. So here with Aquarius, the mantra card associated with you is the past is done. And that mantra card was the one that came up with the new moon reading. So the past is done has to do with this. So if you're thinking of starting a business, but it didn't work before, or you're really regretting or mourning the loss of a business that didn't work before, but it's a passion of yours that you're afraid it won't work for whatever reason. The past is done. Try again. Try again. You're going to be successful. Things change. Try again. Okay, the last card, Pisces. Kind of the culmination of all of the signs. Let's see, Pisces. Okay, Angel of Comfort. Okay, let's just make sure it's not an illusionary comfort. I allow myself to feel my feelings and express them through my physical and mental actions. Okay, here we go with the dance again. The physical movement. What else were we talking about that we needed to move? I think it was this one. Sagittarius. Yes. Tears flow easily, and I am releasing pent-up emotions. I am able to let go. I am comforted. I am at peace. Okay, so a lot of what's going on right now has been based in illusion, which is why Pluto is transforming it. Okay, Pisces, you're very familiar with illusions, and you're very familiar with what it feels like when you have an illusion taken away. So the benefit for you is that you're a water sign and you flow very easily into whatever the next thing is. You're more malleable. It's easier for you to make those adjustments than the fixed signs. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know my fixed signs, what they are. I'm hoping it's not Pisces, and I'm talking out of my ass here. But as far as comparatively, you know, a water sign versus a fire sign, or a water sign versus an earth sign, a water sign is going to be able to flow more easily, even if it is a fixed sign. So you're familiar with this process. You're comfortable with tears. And this comes back to having the courage to be comfortable with your emotions and releasing pent-up emotions, particularly if you've had those illusions shattered and revealed through the Scorpio energy, through Mercury retrograde. You know how to process this. You know how to work through it, and you're very comfortable with this process. So for those who have emotions, who need to work through them, look at Pisces for how they process and how they work through it, because they're going to be a really great inspiration for the rest of the signs. Excuse me, if you have Pisces friends, this is going to be another leader for you, for the emotions. They know how to let go, they know how to comfort themselves, and they know how to create peace for themselves. So who else was it that needed peace? Peace and understanding. Let's see, was it this one? No, that was changed. But yeah, I know Sagittarius was going to need it too. Inner strength. Let's see, peace and understanding, peace and grounding. Here we go. So yeah. So Gemini, look to your Pisces friends to demonstrate how to find that peace and comfort for yourself through physical and mental action. So they're going to be blending those. Feel the feelings, express them through physical and mental action. So again, Pisces is such a culmination sign. It has pieces of all of the other signs in it. And so in a sense, Pisces is often a leader of examples, but they're not out there. Like, they're not necessarily out there and in your face. They're just leading by example. They just do their thing. So just pay attention to them. Listen to little tidbits they might be dropping in conversation here and there, and see what information you can glean, what wisdom you can glean from them through that. Apache Tears is the crystal. Just want to make sure you can see this. Are you grieving the loss of someone or something? So again, we're talking about truth, where our illusions have been shattered and we're in cognitive dissonance because of Mercury retrograde. So are you feeling the loss? Feel the grief and allow yourself to cry. Release the toxins from your body, mind, and emotional being. Comfort and peace are close at hand. Focus your attention on your desired outcome. Now, okay, so there's so much to say around this, but I think a lot of you are understanding this. So even if you're not a Pisces, this, like I said, there are pieces in here from everyone. So feel the grief and allow yourself to cry. Feel this as a wave. Just let it, you know, when you're facing this obstacle or you're feeling this grief and you don't know, it's just overwhelming. Just feel like it's a wave, right? It lifts you up and moves you forward, and lifts you up and moves you forward. Just like being in the ocean. And in that lifting up, it often will lift you up over that obstacle and just move you beyond it. You don't have to figure out how to deal with it. You just move on, move around it in some way. Pisces is a master of doing that. Releasing the toxins from your body through crying. When you cry, actually cortisol is in your tears. So if you're stressed about something or you're frustrated about something, if you can allow yourself to feel the emotions, to really get into the emotion and feel it and express it and cry it out, you are actually releasing hormones, stress hormones from your body when you cry. It's very beneficial for you. Comfort and peace are close at hand. Focus your attention on your desired outcome. Again, come back to what we were talking about at the new moon reading. Focus on your intentions, on what you're intending to create. Focus on those power cards, those power thought cards that we pulled as mantras. Focus on bringing your energy back to yourself, out of the past, which causes depression, out of the future, which causes anxiety, and come into your own divine line and connect with yourself and your body and your team and your guides for a coherent field. And that is going to bring you comfort and peace. So I'm not sure how much more beneficial it will be to do the other two readings. Let me see how long this video is. Yeah, so we're at an hour. So I'm going to close this out for right now for this reading. And then I'm going to check in energetically and see if it would be beneficial to do any other readings at this time. So I'm going to wrap you up with sheets of rainbow light, gently sealing in these vibrations to whatever degree is appropriate for your spiritual evolutionary state. Updating all reference points, all ways of being, perceiving, and being perceived in this world, and in all the other dimensions and lifetimes where you express yourself. Same for your body, David, and your teams. We are in deep gratitude to be of service to you at this time and to work with you at this time. It is an honor and pleasure to be with you. And we honor your strength and your courage to evolve and grow at this time and shift. For as you do these things, you shift the planet and humanity around you. Let it be so, and so it is.